That photo's really old.
Do you think it's like 4 years?
Is that 4 years? No.
I don't think it was even pregnant here. Like the first time.
I need to get a new photo.
Look at the palm trees.
Oh, I miss palm trees. Go catch it, long arm.
I have like 7 glasses back here, guys. I'm like a glass hoarder. Okay, today it's not too bad. I only have 3 glasses. And one of them is tea. I have a little bit of really, really weak tea. And it says, be awesome today. So I'm gonna do that. You do it too. We're gonna be awesome together. Cheers! Hello everyone! I am here today to talk to you guys about a beginner's makeup kit. I get asked this a lot on my channel on creating a kit of products for someone who is new to the world of makeup. Fun fact! This is actually the second time that I'm filming this video. Round 2, because I actually filmed it the first time and there were so many products and so much that I wanted to talk about in this video, and it was just like a big like brain dump of products and like information, and like I was going through the editing, I was like, someone who is new to makeup and like wants to start a kit is gonna be so overwhelmed. They're gonna be like, done, don't want to go near any makeup ever, this is too confusing. So I'm back. I think that it's really important that each video is just like really good. And I could have put up that video and it had a lot of great information in it, but like, no, we're starting this from scratch and I want to show you a kit that I am excited about. These are all products that I love and I think that you guys are gonna love, and I'm gonna make this really, really simple for anyone who is just new to the makeup world and just wants to like go into the drugstore and like buy some fun things. So let's get into this. Step 1, we're gonna start with foundation. This is not an essential step, especially if you're a beginner and you don't like the feeling of foundation or makeup on your face and you want to just start a little bit, like just dial it back a little bit. But for those of you that want a little bit of coverage and want to explore that a little bit more, what I was thinking in my head is there's 2 different ways you could go. Number 1, BB cream. Now BB cream is a beauty balm, so it has SPF in it, typically a primer in it, it's moisturizing, and it has some coverage. So it's a good overall everything in one product, and I have a really good product for that that I really like. This is the Revlon Photo Ready BB Cream Skin Perfector. It's got SPF in it, it's got some great coverage in it, it blends out lovely on the skin, and all of that great stuff. This is a good one if you want to go the BB cream route. Now that is great. However, if you don't like the feeling of product on your face in general, this can sometimes come across as really thick. And not just this product, I mean BB creams in general tend to be a little bit thicker in consistency that I have noticed, in particular from the drugstore. So if you don't like that feeling of sort of product on your face, I highly recommend going for a weightless foundation, as I call them. And they feel like water, and it's just gonna give you some good coverage, but there's not a lot to it. So it just feels like nothing on the skin. So that's why I think it's a really good pick for someone who's new to the whole makeup world. So my favorite, and if you've been on my channel before, you know what I'm gonna talk about because I've gone through like 3 or 4 bottles of this stuff. And that is the Maybelline Dream Wonder Liquid Foundation. Great coverage, it blends out beautifully on the skin. It's very, very easy to manipulate, and it's just awesome. You can use your fingers, you can use a sponge, a brush, whatever you have. It's just really, really easy product, and you get that coverage without that feeling of foundation on your face. Number 2, we're gonna go on to concealer. Now foundation is really good to create a nice blank canvas, but you don't want to layer up too much foundation because that's just gonna make you look cakey, and that's where concealer comes in. Concealer is really great for tackling those little spots like acne spots or under eye circles, things like that, where you want a little bit more impactful coverage. You know what I'm saying? Like just like narrow it in and just like get it. So 2 favorites of mine that I have loved forever that I want to share with you guys. Number 1 is the Maybelline Age Rewind Treatment Concealer. This is the Eraser Dark Circle Treatment Concealer. I've gone through, again, maybe 3 or 4 bottles of this stuff. It is awesome. You don't need an extra brush for this. It is, everything is in one product. It has a sort of a sponge applicator on top, which makes it really, really easy to apply. So what I like to do with this, I like to, it's just a treatment concealer for under eyes, but I like to use it all over my face personally. And I create sort of a triangle underneath my eyes, on both sides, and then around my nose, on any sort of spots that I might have, and then I just blend it out with my fingers, and it's just, you're done. easy. Another product I just wanted to mention because I've been using it forever and I really, really highly recommend it is the Rimmel Match Perfection 2-in-1 Concealer and Highlight. And the reason I like this is it has a highlight in it, so it's going to, I don't know why I use air quotes there. It does actually have a highlight in it. There's no air quotes necessary here. I like it because it adds a little bit of brightness, in particular under my eyes or any shadowy areas like underneath the lip or in the crevices of the nose, the nostril area. And it's just going to brighten and lighten the area without having to deal with like highlights and contour and concealer and all that other stuff. It's like a 2-in-1 and it's really, really easy and blendable. Number 3, we're going to talk the cheeks and the lips because before we set everything with powder, I'm actually going to go in with a cream product. I know, don't be scared. I swear this is easy. And this is the Maybelline Master Glaze by Face Studio. I don't know why they call that. It's Maybelline. It's Maybelline. And this is the Just Pinch Pink. It is a very easy, neutral pink color. It's not too crazy and like super pigmented, so you can just brush it onto the apples of your cheeks, blend it out with your fingers or with a sponge, and you're good to go. And it also acts as a little bit of a neutral pink pop to the lips as well, and that's going to give you a little bit of color with, again, not having to deal with like a whole bunch of different brushes. Number 4, we're going into powder because you want to take all of the products that you've applied to your face and set it so it stays on your face. And I highly recommend going in with a pressed powder. Pressed powder is, as the name suggests, pressed. It's pressed on. I just find that loose powder can be a little bit tricky to wield, especially if you're a beginner and you're just gonna have powder flying all over the place and all over your clothes. It's not a good look. And the one that I really like is by Maybelline. I've used a lot of Maybelline products, I just realized, like every single category so far. You go, Glen Coco. This is the Matte and Poreless Normal to Oily Skin Powder. This is really great, again, if you have normal to oily skin. If you have dry skin, I believe they have one for you as well. If you wanted to skip foundation altogether and just go with concealer and this stuff, that's awesome too, because this is gonna add a little bit of coverage without going like cray-cray all over your face, you know what I'm saying? If you were using it just to set and add a little bit of extra coverage, I recommend just very lightly dusting under the eyes and in the T-zone area. That is kind of where I would generally tend to apply it. If you have any sort of acne spots or any problem areas where you used any concealer on the rest of your face as well, I would gently tap some on there as well. But again, you don't want to load up on powder. Very light layer, people. Just like, and then you're done. What number are we on? 5? 5 is the eyes, and I was going in originally with like I had some palette options and things you could use for like different crease colors and liners and yada yada yada. And like if you're a beginner, you kind of want to start with like a really nice neutral, something that's going to brighten the eyes and not go like too crazy with like contouring your eyeballs, you know what I'm saying? So what I want to recommend is the L'Oreal Infallible Shadows. The reason I like them is, again, you don't need a brush for these, you just use your finger, and this color in particular is a beautiful one. It is in the color Hourglass Beige, so you just get this really nice like bam. This is almost like highlight for the eyes, you know? And all you're going to do is you're going to dip your finger in it and you're just going to swipe it on the lid, just kind of blend it out a little bit. I don't know how much you're putting on. Just don't load it up, but like just a little bit. Swipe it on the lid. You're just gonna add a little pop of lightness. People are like, oh, you look awake today. Did you get a lot of sleep? And you're like, I didn't. I got 4 hours. The magic of makeup. Number 6 is mascara. Mascara I love because it just adds this beautiful pop to the eyes, and it's just gonna make your lashes look like bam, and you're just gonna look awake, and it's just, oh. Mascara is a staple of mine. If you're gonna go with only one product, I would say go with mascara, if I'm being honest. Yes, mascara. You can go 2 ways with this. You can either curl your lashes first using an eyelash curler. I have the gold one by Revlon, which is a really great one. It's easy to use. But if you're nervous of the whole like having this like mechanical object in your eye thing, you can put on the mascara, and then sometimes what I do if I can't find it, because that happens quite often, I will just apply it and then I'll put my finger and I'll kind of lift the lashes up. And that's just gonna help set a bit of a curl, a bit of a lift, not really a curl, more of a lift in the lashes, and that's just gonna make a little bit of a difference and make your eyes look a little bit more open without having to resort to a crazy contraption. Some people also recommend using like a spoon or something, but then apparently it has to be heated so that you get like a nice curl, but then like, I don't know, I don't want to bring like a burning object in my eye. So getting back to mascara. The mascara that I recommend that's a very, very easy one to apply that I find is the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom. You're gonna get a little bit of a pop of color to your lashes. Not pop of color, it's black. I mean, you could get brown black, but like that's about the the range we're talking here. But you're going to get some impact on your lashes without being too crazy. It is layerable, which is nice as well. If you wanted just like a little light coat and like you're done, that works really well with this. If you wanted to kind of layer it on and just add a little bit more drama, you could do that too. The best way I find to do that is when you're applying it, look down, like slightly down, not like all the way down, but like slightly down at the mirror, and then just wiggle the wand back and forth all the way up to the tips of the lashes. That's just gonna give you full coverage on the lashes and you're good to go. And last but not least, the brows. I personally feel that the brows are going to, they frame your face, they make you look put together, and it's not even so much having them like perfectly defined, but just neat. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just gonna polish the look. And there are a couple of different ways that you can go with this. You can either use a clear brow gel, and the one that I like is by L'Oreal. This is the Brow Stylist Plumper, and this one is a clear, just a clear gel, and it comes with a little mini mascara wand on the end, and you're just gonna comb not your lashes, other hair near the eyeball. You're gonna comb your brows up and then over, and you're just going to keep them sort of in place, and they're not going to move and budge on you throughout the day. You're not going to end up with brows like look at a little ski whip, you know? They also have colors as well, so if you wanted to thicken your brows and add a little bit more color and definition, you can certainly go that route as well. It's a little bit difficult for beginners. You don't want to go too like crazy and like really drive the product in, because then you can get color transfer and then you need to clean it up, and it's like it can get a little complex. But if you want to experiment with that route, that is always an option as well. If you're brand new to it and you don't want to deal with like gels and things like that, just get an eyebrow brush or a like a cheap toothbrush, like not a used one. Please don't use a used toothbrush on your eyebrows, but like a cheap one from the dollar store that's clean, and just brush your brows up and in place and you're good to go. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more of these sort of beginner-esque makeup videos, and if you have any requests, leave them in the comment section below. And if you want to see more of a natural everyday makeup tutorial, let me know in the comments as well. Don't forget to go and follow me on Twitter and Snapchat and Instagram and all that fun stuff if you're interested in more like daily updates on what's going on and what I'm doing. I like to share like little insights on my life and like little baby bump shots and all that kind of stuff, so if you're interested in the more like daily, everyday, no makeup running around type of stuff, then go and check it out. I'll put all the links in the info bar below in case you're interested. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah!